So raise your hand if you've ever eaten in the dining hall alone. Yeah, we actually found this to be a pretty common situation among a lot of people.
It all started when we did our interviews at CPN, and we noticed that all the students we ended up talking to were eating alone, and we proceeded to ask them questions like about if they did this normally or if it was just the one-time thing. And we figured out that it was fairly regular. And then again, in our individual meals, we all noticed the same phenomenon. And then in the team dinner, it was reinforced. So we took it a step further just to really make sure this was what was happening. And we all took stats at each of our dining halls that we ate at, because we all eat at all 4 of them. And we took statistics at breakfast, lunch, and dinner to see how many individuals were actually eating by themselves.
So then we compiled all of our observations, our interviews, and all those statistics into a POV statement, and we brought that to class, and then Brian critiqued it, and we revised it, fixed it, and then we critiqued it again in our Google Hangout, and came up with the final POV statement, which is, the individual eater needs to be able to find a comfortable environment for them, because it is too difficult for them to schedule time to eat with others. So then, in our ideate phase, we had 4 main iterations that we went through. First, we came up with 3 ideas that we thought would solve the problem. Those were study rooms, more bar tables for individual eaters, and interlocking tables. Then we moved with the interlocking tables, and we expanded that idea some. And then our third phase, we solved some of the problems that arose with that. And then lastly, we thought of ways to make this more innovative, more than just a cool table. This is what we came up with.
Here is our finished prototype. We have these color-coded magnetic strips. Blue goes with red, red goes with blue. Wheels for easy moving. An interactive glass tabletop that you can change the size of the screen. It's clean, simple, user-friendly design. Here's a couple of the ways that the tables can just magnet together. And the possibilities are virtually endless. And also chairs nest easily on the tabletop for storage. And here is the existing dining halls, and the highlighted areas are where we chose to put the new proposal. We tried to put it on the fringes of the dining hall, because that's where kids eat alone.
And for the app, well, ideally sign in with your Blackboard account, and then it has 4 sections: nutrition, get connected, games, and my calendar. For nutrition, you select the food, click done, then it'll give you nutrition facts, and you can select the lower left-hand corner to get to the main screen. Then get connected is where you can invite people, and what will appear on their screen is either accept or decline. Then it'll show you where they're sitting at and what time they'll be eating at. And games, or calendar, is you can just schedule your day. And then last is the games, where you can pick a game, and they're interactive between tables, so you can
I think the magnetic idea and the way you showed it is really fun. You know, as well as your app, I think you worked that out really well. As a group, you need to work so that it all comes together in terms of your presentation, because it was there, you know, whether it was technical difficulties or whatever happened here. So even if somebody has technical difficulties, you need to be able to carry it. If you're the person assigned to do that, just start describing.
So these are tables that basically it's a digital table that can link together on magnetic, sort of polar magnetic conditions, right? And it's based on the idea of whether or not there's an individual diner. And are you trying to get rid of the individual diner, or are you trying to provide, because you use in your statement, the define statement said something about more comfortable. We talked about trying to qualify those things. So what does more comfortable mean?
It means like, when I go to the dining hall by myself, I feel like just uncomfortable taking up the table of four because people are looking around and like, am I going to sit here? And then you're just like, no. So they kind of back away. So it gives them an individual table for themselves so that they don't run into that situation. And so,
And then in those like areas, since that's where people would go, if they were an individual eater, there would be other individual eaters. So you wouldn't have to feel so uncomfortable eating alone, surrounded by people in large groups, having lots of fun or whatever. You would be in an area that is specifically more conducive to individual eaters.
and then in our statistics, when you actually take a look at the numbers, a lot of people end up eating alone for breakfast or lunch, and then for dinner, there's a lot fewer of them. And so we wanted the interlocking part, so then the space wouldn't be wasted at dinner. So they could come together at dinner time to do that, but still have the opportunity for breakfast, lunch, and then those few that do eat alone to have that option.
Yeah, I think that's pretty smart that there's the ability for that to happen. I think the docking chair as well. I mean, I'm curious about. I mean, it's going to potentially scratch the top of the table when you put the chair on. There's things about it that are maybe problematic, but we're not evaluating that as part of the project. I mean, those are things that we assume that as you continue to work and develop it, that it would resolve itself. Not resolve itself, but you would resolve it. So I think that there's some obvious problems with that. But I think it's interesting relative, like, somebody that's pushed these chairs or these tables around in this room with the chairs, it's a pain in the butt. It's the chairs are always in the way, and that way if you need to move it, you just put the chair on top of it and move the whole thing as one unit. I think that's really smart. It's a very simple yet smart solution. I think your empathy as well is pretty good in that you got like, I like the fact that you did some observation. It wasn't just about, okay, we talked to these 5 people, and this gave us this kind of an understanding. You actually spent some time, and it sounds like you spent some time just hanging out watching not only how people eat, but also at what times of the day. Like, it's interesting to me that there's breakfast and lunch are the times when there's more individual eaters versus at evening time that people are more willing to get together as a group, which starts to reflect kind of maybe a home atmosphere that people came from, or maybe they ate lunch at school and they ate breakfast real quick before they went to school, but when they get home, maybe they eat with the family. And so there's this kind of communal aspect that trying to find a way to let the space change its identity or its function for the different times of day and the different meals, I think is really pretty smart. The app, I think it seems like, okay, I mean, I don't know that it doesn't seem like it's a really yet, at least the way I understand it, it's not an integral part of the design proposal. I think it could be, and I think it's supplemental to it, but I feel like, at least at this point, based on 4 minutes of presentation, we're trying to link it